Right, it's videoing. Cool. I've totally changed my plans. I started tidying my room, and it's like it's glorious in here. It's glorious. I can't really show. Can I show you too much of it? Like there's like my illumination and stuff all going on down there. I cleaned my DJ thingy. I cleaned all that. I've got over there. Look, my Darth Vader has actually got my telecontrollers in it. I've got my little eyeball cushions, a little gizmo there. That my hat is now a bed ornament as well as a hat. That little bit of clutter is what I'm wearing in a minute. I know where my keys are, where my wallet is. I've cleaned down all the surfaces. I've cleaned the sink. I didn't do another lot of laundry, but I probably fucking could have done. And there's actually quite a novelty to that for me, I'm afraid. It's like, yeah, I'm cleaning, and I'm able to, and it matters. It matters. Um, and again, like I'm not gonna, yeah, I am still a little bit high, but like what I'm noticing is like what I've noticed before, right? When I'm doing something, and I just get stuck in this zone, and it can be 20 minutes, half an hour. I'm just looking at the floor or looking around at things, and I've often sort of known it's like that's when I'm trying to make plans. Then that's the main fucking bit that doesn't work in ADHD is making plans. And I don't just mean I want to pass a course at uni or I want to be a mechanic or whatever. It's like planning to do very simple things like I need to stand up before I can walk over to where the sink is, before I can turn the tap on. Those all have to be things that are planned by your brain that you don't think about doing. And that is, one of the principal fucking manifestations of what's wrong in ADHD. And I did find that I was starting to zone out and scratch my beard. But at one point, it was like with the DJ stuff, it's like I don't know if you can see it from here, I've got my glasses back on, my glasses nose behind there. I know where they are. I cleaned all the shelves behind it. I cleaned the speakers. I had like squirty stuff on a cloth. I clean stuff sort of probably quite properly, quite how it's meant to be cleaned. Um, I've just about got time to go and what is it? It's 1:45, so I've got an hour and a quarter. I should just about have time to slide in for an omelette at the cafe next door to the laundrette. That's my plan. That's a decent lunchtime, 1:45. They do a banging omelette in there. So I'll go there and then I'll go to my course, and then I'll see what happens. They might not let me in because I'm pretty sure I was booked in for the morning, and they might say, "Sorry, there's 4 people here, and the health and safety says we're only allowed 4 or whatever." But I'll definitely talk to who might become my support time recovery worker. We'll think of a name for her at some point, I'm sure. If she does become more of a significant visitor to my world. But at the moment I'm visiting her world, so that's what I'm doing this afternoon. And if I'm not going there thinking, oh, for fuck's sake, they wouldn't let me in. I'm just going to go and say, look, I think I mentioned it in another video. It might have been the one that got deleted, but it's like, sorry, I haven't been the last 2 weeks because I've been too fucking anxious. It's a mental health program for people who get extremely fucking anxious. I'm fairly certain they're not going to strike me off or anything. They said at the start it's totally voluntary, and that was it. I think I mentioned that Dr. Blooperty said that it's just a gap filler. So, but it's a Tuesday afternoon, and I've done already one massively positive thing. I know when I come back tonight, my parts of my brain will have forgotten. You'll know what I mean by this. Parts of my brain will have forgotten that I tidied up, and when I open the door and look at the room, it'll go to me, like when you've hoovered the stairs. I always used to get that at the flat when I lived there. Just at the stairs were literally just to get up. It was still a flat. There was fuck all downstairs, but a cupboard. But I had a whole fucking set of stairs to fucking hoover. Consequently, which used to really annoy me. I just think, well, to be honest, I'd be happy with a ladder. Let him fucking hoover the stairs. But when I'd cleaned them all up, they were quite like nice. They were like went up, they had landings, and then they did a turn, and so there was all the balustrade around it, and there was a light at the bottom, orange light. It was all very fucking pretentious, actually. And when you'd done it all and the light was working, it looked lush. And I'd go out and just do whatever, and then I'd come back, and it's like as you walk in, it was similar to that feeling of what I've said before about my clothes. When I'm getting dressed, I keep taking fucking t-shirts off sometimes and make the room a real fucking mess again by throwing stuff everywhere, because it's just, I start to get really fucking angry. And there's that thing that when just the top and the trousers match in the right way, I go, that, yes, yeah, now we're talking. Now I can wear it with bottom, and that's what I do. That's what my, yeah. Again, exteriorly, it's pure fucking vanity and whatever. It's like, well, what? Vanity's like, it's going to exist whether you like it or not, mate, to be honest. You just fucking accept it. We've all got levels of it. Did you brush your hair this morning? Do you know what I mean? Did you put clean clothes on? Do you care about not looking like a scruffy slob? Well, that's all caring about what people think, isn't it? Anyway, enough of that shit. Because I need to crack on with my day. But like, so far so good. I did have a slightly sketchy period, but again, that was just when I was downstairs and my mind was able to stop. So maybe part of the therapy is that I need to recognise that, like, this is an important one actually, that I've kind of touched on before, but that urge, I want to do that, to actually the body moving, it's the bit in between that ain't happening. And that's what I think, that's what causes the sadness of depression. It's like, I want to, but it just won't. But it won't. And that, but it won't. And none of the things, the happy, the angry, the anything, they just won't happen. It just won't happen. You don't know why, and you can't explain why, and it sounds ridiculous to someone else. They go, come on, what you on about? And you know consciously that you can just stand up because you're a human being, and you could walk over there, and you could do this, and you could do that, and it's all that shit. But then maybe that's all the meds are doing, is giving me the ability to connect that fucking connection. So my old habits of, oh no, I need to do are going to still fucking happen, but I need to be the instigator, right? And G myself up and just know that G'ing myself up will actually work up to a point. But like, literally so far so good. You could definitely argue that maybe what you wanted to do was do a cursory, brief, clinical tidy up where everything's just all right, and then go on with your day. And what you've done is got distracted, got into something that you enjoyed doing, and completely changed your plans. So if I had made an actual promise to someone, I promise you, I will be studying. I'll be halfway through that fucking module. I'll be on that module. I'll be sitting there studying. And you came back to this, and I'm like, I've tidied my room. So granted, it's not precisely, exactly what I planned to do. However, there is a distinct difference in my ability to think of a task and do it. Like, I was going to stop tidying my room several times, and I thought, hang on, how long is that going to take? Just do that, and that. I've even started organising things, like the drawers in that chest of drawers. What I'm starting to do is subfiling of things. I'm getting ornamental bags and little like makeup bags and pencil cases, and using them for similar items. You know when you just got a junk drawer with all sorts of bits and bobs? I'm subfiling those, so they're just in big squashy things. So the drawer is full of big squashy things that can stack up and look quite neat, not look like a load of clutter. Because one thing I learn't about making the ADH desk, the principles of which I still use, and I'm going to make another one. I'm going to probably do it live. I'm gradually going to build it and film it. But a lot of the principles of it is knowing where things are by seeing them. So when you present them in something like a vanity case and use that, and you can say, like, that's where my mobile is. Slide that in there. My keys can sit in that little tray compartment. Just get something that fits all your bits and pieces nicely. I've got a few of them. Got quite a few of them. You get like wire rack ones. I like the solid white ones. They're meant for makeup. I'm going to get a big fucker for over there, for on that white unit. I'll get that guitar. It needs to be moved. It's been needing to be moved for fucking ages. The bed, I did have a bigger bed in here. That's why it's no longer central. And it's been like, yeah, I'll do it sometime. You never know, that might get done today. But I want to get a big fuck off one. You can get them like that sort of size. And then it's just that it's having that place to come to and go, right, that goes there, that goes there, that goes there, that goes there. And then I've started developing that into having this here, a little organiser board was going to go on here for a long time as a little wipe off one. And it was going to be a week at a time. I've got a load of plans for organisational modalities, which I have kind of ADHD-ified for myself personally, that I know will work, but it's where I'm still sort of on the hop quite a lot at the moment, and I'm not settled yet. I'm reluctant to put too many roots down, if you're not. Does that make sense? because I want to be in the mode of getting on and fucking getting the fuck out of here and getting myself settled into what I want, to where I want to be and what I want to be doing. But fuck me, if I could function like this every day for 5 hours, I would make a massive difference in my life. It's that fucking simple. It's that fucking simple. You know, today it was this, tomorrow it could be study, another day it could be another day. You know, it's like literally the amount of time I fucking wasted. But I took that meds at like 8:30 and it's 10 to 1 now. And I have been productive. And it's not that I've been right up my fucking ass going mental, but I've not really stopped either. And it's nothing has seemed, that's the other thing, is when I am doing things, it can suddenly seem like the most moronically fucking annoying task in the world. I just need it fucking done now, and then the slightest mistake makes me punch the fuck out of it. And then it's like, oh, now I've just put a hole inside of my cabinet. That was fucking useful. What the fuck? And now my knuckle's bleeding. That's how my life can get. And again, it's, you know, something that you can just look at objectively and say, I think it's because of this, and you need to do that. It's like blah, blah, blah. I'm talking about the mechanics, the nuts and bolts, the day-to-day, the shit that I'm, you know, living with. And definitely, if that's what taking these meds are, is that I'm going to get at least a 5-hour window, and I'm hungry. I'll see how this omelette goes down. Hopefully it's not ruined my appetite, because like sometimes you can feel really hungry, can't you? And then you start to eat and I really don't want that to happen, but we'll try. Time is cracking on. I am going to do this, so I will wind in my little necky poo, and I will talk to you later.